Hi, I'm Casey Cozart, and I'm here today to talk to you about a few products that I use, and some of them that I really endorse myself. And believe me, if it didn't work, I wouldn't use it. One of the first things I want to show you is the new Mathews Z7 Magnum bow. And this bow right here, as you can see, like I said, this is the Z7 Magnum. They have the Z7, Z7 Magnum, the what I call the EZ9, and these bows are really compact and are really fast bows. The Z7 Extreme is one of the bows that's really selling hot right now on the market. Okay, the Z7 Magnum, the difference in it is this one is 2 inches longer. Okay, it's still 70 pounds. It's 30 inches from axle to axle, where the regular Z7 Extreme is 28 inches, and the price tag's a little bit higher for this. But the Z7 Extreme shoots at 330 feet per second. This one shoots at 340. And with each one of these Z7s, you've got the dead end string stop right here. You've got your monkey tails. You've got your string grub. Then you've got dual string stops, one at each side, on the bottom and on the top of it. Then you've got the SE5 composite limbs, which are really strong limbs. They're very narrow and thin, as you can see, so they don't hang on brush and everything like some of the other bows that are wider. And it's got the new gridlock system as far as the body itself. Okay, this particular bow is fitted with the downforce arrow rest, which, you know, it's a really fantastic arrow rest. It hooks right here to your cables, of course, you can see that. And it stays flat till you get ready to shoot, and it raises up and it takes us off of this little rubber thing here and holds your arrow up. This is really a fast, it's a quiet bow, very accurate. It's got the reverse assist roller on it, which these right here makes the draw a lot smoother. You can see I've got a D loop on here because I use a mechanical release. I've got a G5 peep on this. And as you notice, this sight that I've got on here, this is a Spot Hog Boss sight. It's a single pin sight. It has a 6-power lens in it. It has a nice little hood right here to keep the sun from shining into your eyes like a lot of the other sights of this caliber are. Then right here in the back, you've got your dial, where you just pull this back like this, and you can adjust it forward or backwards, then lock it back in. They're really easy to sight in. Well, they were for me anyway, and I'm used to using these because this makes this bow a lot more accurate, or should I say me more accurate. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you're using a scope. Well, I'm going to tell you what, anything that I can use to make my shot count when it counts, hey, I will, because I don't want to be tracking an animal. I don't want to lose an animal. A lot of the shots that I shoot are from anywhere from, I've got this one set from 10 yards up to 100 yards. I will not shoot an animal at that distance. Those are basically for targets and different things that I like to do for demonstrations. The longest yardage, my preferred yardage to shoot an animal at, is about 40 yards. That way I know I've got good penetration, you know, and I'm more apt to take that animal home than lose it. Now, a lot of people, you hear them shooting these 80-yard shots, and that's all fine and dandy, you know, if you've practiced that long at doing that. But me, myself, like I said, you know, I practice at long ranges too. That makes the shorter ranges a lot easier for me to shoot. And that's basically only the reason I do that. And to show off too. But anyway, we're going to take this bow here in just a few minutes, and we're going to shoot. But the next thing that I really want to show you is the new Lumen arrow. This particular arrow, don't pay attention to the little stripes. Me and Debbie both have the same kind of arrows, and I mark mine so it's easier for me to tell. This is the pink Luminoc on the Lumen arrow, which it's brighter than any, and I do say any and all of them on the market. And I mean, I've compared it to a bunch of other ones. I'm not going to put them down or anything, but I want to tell you something. Out of all of the ones that I've shot, all the ones I've tested, this arrow fits me perfect. And these are made by Victory archery products. I think is the name of them, but they're made for Burt Coyote Luminok company. Okay, the Pink Arrow project is where these have really got a name for, because there was a lady in the archery field. She was big in the archery business, and she developed cancer. Well, Luminok decided to help, so they jumped in on the bandwagon, and that's where we get the Pink Arrow project. But these arrows right here are fantastic. They're only 8.8 grains per inch, which that is a really extremely light arrow. I keep these are 27.5. Now my bow is set at 27, so usually I use a 26.5 inch arrow, you know, and this is a maximum. But this time, you know, with these arrows, I found out it works really good with this bow, you know. So this, like I said, this is a pink Luminox. I'm going to light one of them up and let you see it, what it looks like. There you go. Now you can see that it's lit up real nice. And you can, you know, these are supposed to stay lit for like 40 hours. But I shot one day, it was 3 days before I found it, and it was still lit. A little dim, but I could still see it, and I found my arrow. And that was shooting at a target, it wasn't shooting at an animal. Now the other ones they have, which they've already got on the market, this is a red one. And even though the knock itself looks like it's an orangish yellow or whatever, this is actually the red ones. They have the green ones too, which I like those too, but red and pink are my preferred ones. Now this arrow is, it's also the Lumen Arrow. That's all I shoot is a Lumen Arrow, and these are the 6070s. I think that's what that is. Anyway, it's, no, 6075s. I stand corrected. Okay, let me show you what it looks like lit up. Okay, see, you can tell a little bit of a difference in it. And these are blazer vanes on it. I like the small vanes because it's a lot faster. You know, faster spin, excuse me. Well, I think it is, anyway. But to turn these off, it's really neat. You know, it's not like the other ones. You have to maneuver and all that like it. You just take it and squeeze it like that. It's off. So now what we're going to do, give me a minute, and we're going to take this bow up here, and I want you to see how quiet the Z7 is. I want you to see, you know, how easy it is for me to draw back. Now, getting used to the downforce arrow rest, you know, is a little bit of, when I first started doing it, kind of threw me off a little bit because the other one I used had a thing that held over it, but it actually slowed down my arrow, you know, and I didn't like that. And something before we get started shooting, I want to show you the release that I use. Like I said, I use a mechanical release, and this is called the Wise Guy release from Spot Hog. You notice it's got a hook right here on it instead of a standard, like a clip, like a claw. And what I like about this is the trigger action on this. You know, it's got a hair trigger, which I like pretty good, but there's no play. Like some of them, you could push back a little bit and you've got some play in it. This one, you touch it and it's gone. Okay? Then you just take your finger, flip it up like that, and it's locked back in. And when you're not using it, you fold it away. But these, like I said, the Spot Hog Wise Guy release, the Mathews Z7 Extreme Magnum, the Lumen Arrow is fantastic. Now, I want to talk to you about a couple more products before we go up there shooting. And, you know, even though I haven't got them right here in front of me, you're going to see them later on in our product part of the show. And one of them is from Syntec. Syntec makes the new spray liquid. It's got, it takes out the infrared color of your camouflage and your skin and everything. And you wash it in it with the laundry detergent. Then you've got a spray that actually helps you, you know, if you've missed any spots, which I haven't found any that do. Then you've got your scent eliminator. Now the thing about the scent eliminator, it really blew my mind. It don't matter what kind of odor that you've got on you, whether it's wood smoke, whether it's cigarette smoke, cologne, which I don't recommend if you're going deer hunting, and most people know if you're going deer or bear hunting or pig hunting, you don't want that on there. You know, you're not going on a date, you're going hunting, okay? And these animals don't get big by being stupid, all right? This scent eliminator spray, you can spray it on your body. It doesn't cover your scent. It eliminates it. That's why they call it the scent eliminator, because you can take a Vidalia onion, and they showed this test. You can take gasoline or any of the other things I talked about above, and you can spray it, and it will actually kill the odor completely. In other words, you have no human odor whatsoever on you after using this. And I'll put it up against a lot of the other ones that I've used. There's other companies that I have used before and tried it. Their infrared spray works good. Their laundry detergent works good. The scent eliminator works great. And I'll tell you something, Scott, thank you guys, man. It is fantastic. It's one of the most best products I've ever seen in my life. And for a bow hunter, and that's all I do, I quit gun hunting probably 20 some years ago. And believe me, that little extra edge will help you while you're hunting. And then again, Darren and Josh at Spot Hog, you know, I want to thank you guys. Look, everybody, if you want a great sight that's tough, it's made out of aircraft aluminum, I tell you what, they will help you pick the sight, the release you need. They'll match it to whatever you need. And then my bows and everything, I buy those at Whitetail Pro Archery, located up in a little bit north of me, up in a place called Fairleigh, West Virginia. Now Jeremy and Heather and Sean, they will set you up in the bow that you need, exactly what you need. They won't try to sell you more than what you need. They'll sell you exactly what you really need to hunt and really to get the job done. They set up all my bows. They know exactly what I want. I could call right now and tell Debbie to go up there and say, hey Debbie, go pick me a bow up. They could take it up there and they'll know exactly what I want. And they're real personable people. They'll stop and take the time to explain any new products or anything to you, like I'm going to attempt to do. Now we're going to get up here on the range, right here at my house, and we're going to shoot a little bit. So anyway, give me a second to get ready, and we'll be up there.